See, she's the problem. She is the problem.
Sophie Cunningham signs a JC Sheldon rookie card with the phrase, "Property of Sophie Cunningham."
Sophie Cunningham owned JC Sheldon.
When you get Sophie Cunningham to sign a JC Sheldon rookie card,
The same game that Marina Mabrey did the massive.
Sheldon quickly established herself a very negative opinion from both Hawkeye and Fever fans after her flagrant on Clark
Body slam into Caitlin Clark on.
I actually think Sophie Cunningham wants the target on her back.
Sophie Cunningham signs a JC Sheldon rookie card with property of. That is crazy. I actually think Sophie Cunningham wants the target on her back. That's hilarious. And here is the said card. Property of Sophie Cunningham.
Sophie Cunningham owned JC Sheldon.
A Monday afternoon fan event during Indiana Fever's off day. Sophie Cunningham once again put Caitlin Clark's attacker in her place.
When you get Sophie Cunningham to sign a JC Sheldon rookie card with property of. That is crazy.
Another perspective came when fans saw the card signing go viral online.
A fan requested and was granted by Cunningham.
Fans discussed whether Sophie was asked to do it or if it was her idea, but either way, the message was loud and clear. She hilariously mocked the very player who targeted Caitlin Clark.
I think if anything, it puts a target on Sophie Cunningham's back, and I actually think
This hilarious act spread quickly, showing how effortlessly Sophie owned Clark's attacker once again.
From the same game that Marina Mabrey did the massive body slam into Caitlin Clark on.
She took a jab at JC Sheldon, Clark's newest WNBA foe, by signing a Sheldon trading card with a hilarious message.
property of Sophie Cunningham. I want to believe she was just asked to sign it.
Sophie Cunningham signing JC Sheldon's rookie card with the words, "Property of Sophie Cunningham," shocked many.
For the sixth-year sharpshooter to sign a JC Sheldon rookie card with the phrase, quote, "Property of Sophie Cunningham."
During that same event, a fan asked Sophie to sign a JC Sheldon rookie card. Instead of a simple autograph, Sophie wrote "Property of Sophie Cunningham" across it.
Sophie Cunningham wants the target on her back.
What makes this even better is that Sophie Cunningham seems to actually embrace having a target on her back.
Sophie Cunningham would take her rightful place as the Indiana Fever enforcer.
Sheldon, who was drafted 5th overall in 2024, had already built a negative reputation among fans after her flagrant foul against Caitlin Clark.
I really want to believe that Sophie Cunningham was just asked to sign the card. That it was nothing to do with that the property of wasn't written there.
Viewers couldn't believe it at first, and the moment was described as crazy and unforgettable.
On the face of the card, with teammate Lexi Hull sitting beside her, both laughed.
The reaction was priceless. Both Sophie and her teammate Lexi Hull laughed at the clever jab. This wasn't just humor. It was a way of showing dominance over the very player who attacked Clark.
That is an unpopular opinion, that Sophie Cunningham wants opponents to hate her.
Many believe she thrives when opponents dislike her on the court.
And I believe took the first step to her becoming the second most popular player in the WNBA.
This made Sophie's action even more satisfying to Fever supporters.
It would be like, look, it would be absolutely funnier if that was the case. It would be so much funnier.
The humor in this simple act perfectly captured how Sophie flipped the narrative on Clark's attacker.
At the reference by the fan as the team has had a number of meaningful, eventful meetings with Sheldon.
Sophie's playful but cutting gesture instantly became a highlight among Fever fans. Her confidence and humor made it clear she was embracing her role as Clark's protector.
Like she is like, it's not that she wants teams to hate her.
She doesn't want to be hated off the court, but inside the game, she welcomes that competitive edge.
Sophie Cunningham is everywhere. Arby's, walking in. She's best looking woman walking into these WNBA arenas.
Sophie turned a simple fan interaction into a powerful statement that mocked Sheldon's reputation.
But at the same time, like, just for, for the think piece's sake, I would much prefer if it turns out that, the property of was not written there when it happened.
What was supposed to be JC Sheldon's rookie card was now turned into a reminder of Sophie's ownership.
She doesn't want, teams to hate her.
This makes her ownership of Clark's attacker even more powerful. Sophie's attitude shows she wants to be the enforcer who stands between Clark and anyone trying to harm her.
I mean, black belt Barbie, anybody? Black belt Barbie. Should we put that on a t-shirt?
This clever move showed Sophie's wit and her loyalty to Clark at the same time.
She doesn't want to be hated amongst the league as a person.
By signing that card and laughing about it, she proved she's not afraid of the spotlight or the hate that comes with it.
Sheldon, who was selected number 5 overall in the 2024 WNBA draft by the Dallas Wings.
JC Sheldon, who was drafted number 5 overall in 2024, has already built a reputation that many fans dislike.
I think she wants a competitive hatred between her and other players.
This moment wasn't just funny, it was Sophie declaring her role.
She's got all the aura right now, all of it.
By publicly marking Sheldon's card as her own property, Sophie reminded everyone of those flagrant plays.
Who was it that Courtney Williams got into the brawl with?
She not only stood up for Clark, but also reminded the league that she wasn't someone to mess with.
Following 5 seasons at Ohio State, has quickly established herself a very negative opinion for both Hawkeye and Fever fans.
After 5 years at Ohio State, she entered the WNBA, but quickly became known not for her skills, but for her reckless actions on the court.
And this is just some good fun. This is just some good fun. Like nothing more, nothing less.
All of those who attended All-Star Weekend shared a different perspective. Many said JC Sheldon is actually one of the nicest players off the court.
Got the podcast, and a damn good one. I mean, when's the next podcast drop?
It was a way of saying that Sheldon's reputation is now tied to Cunningham's hilarious ownership's.
I don't think she's going to be outside of maybe Courtney Williams, because who the hell can hate Courtney Williams other than...
Sophie became the one carrying the energy and the aura for her team.
After her June 17 flagrant one on Clark and her eventually uncalled for knee to the right groin area,
fans of both Caitlin Clark and the Fever were especially angered after Sheldon's flagrant foul against Clark and another unnecessary knee incident later in the season.
And apparently, from everything I've heard about All-Star Weekend, apparently JC Sheldon is like the nicest person ever.
However, that only made the situation funnier when Sophie Cunningham clowned her in front of fans.
News is getting slow. There's got to be at least 3 or 4 good things in every Sophie Cunningham podcast.
The reaction to Sophie's signing of the Sheldon card was immediate.
Or maybe Kennedy Carter. But yeah, it's all around just a funny situation.
She showed she was ready to protect her teammates while keeping the mood lighthearted.
During the July 15 clash in Boston as a member of the Connecticut Sun.
Instead of being remembered as a rising star, she became known as the chick that was mean to Caitlin Clark.
Everything I've heard from people at All-Star Weekend, supposedly, JC Sheldon is legit like the nicest person.
On the court, Sheldon's reckless style made her a danger to stars like Caitlin Clark.
That some of the other players would get a little bit aggressive on behalf of Caitlin Clark.
Fans described it as hilarious, and the image of the card with property of Sophie Cunningham spread quickly.
And what do you guys think? Do you guys think this means anything?
This balance of toughness and humor is what made her ownership of Clark's attacker so unforgettable.
By the way, can you stay with the team?
This reputation set the stage for Sophie Cunningham to hilariously mock her in public.
The nicest player that a lot of people interacted with.
Off the court, she may have a different personality, but Sophie highlighted only what mattered, her actions against Clark.
Look, she still owns JC.
Sophie's humor and boldness in that moment gave her even more respect among Fever fans.
Like, obviously, when you get a Sophie Cunningham signed a JC Sheldon card, like, I think we should see that more in sports.
Sophie Cunningham's playful jab also highlighted how rivalries can be fun for the fans.
You got selected by Dallas? You're already on your 3rd squad?
Sophie knew exactly how to turn Sheldon's negative actions into a joke that everyone could laugh.
If Angel Reese wanted to sign a card that had C tier written on it, a Candace Parker one, I don't know.
The idea of one player signing another player's card, as if they own them, is something rarely seen in sports.
She still owns JC Sheldon.
Fans compared it to NBA situations where stars like Anthony Edwards might sign a Kevin Durant card just for laughs.
Angel Reese wanted to sign some sort of Candace Parker card with something negative written about Candace Parker. It would be funny.
Sophie brought that same energy into the WNBA by signing card. She created a funny but memorable piece of sports history.
It would be funny. Like, it is It is what it is. Like, that would all be funny. And I do think this is all in good fun.
It was more than just a joke. It was Sophie cementing herself as the face of Clark's protection and someone who could turn tense rivalries into hilarious moments.
She's got a great sense of humor about it, and she's not shy about it.
Sophie Cunningham has already won the moment. JC Sheldon will now forever be remembered by many fans, not for her skills, but for being the player hilariously mocked by Sophie.
It would be funny. Like, it is what it is. Like, that would all be funny. And I do think this is all in good fun.
The card signing and the property of Sophie Cunningham message turned Sheldon's identity into a punchline.
This is hilarious. It really is. Indiana Fever star takes humorous jab at Caitlin Clark villain.
What could have been just another negative storyline became one of the funniest and most memorable highlights of the season.
That the players take it as good fun, but I doubt it. Let's be completely honest. We've seen some of the crap that's happened in the WNBA. There's no way that some players are taking this as good fun. And
Sophie thrives on that spotlight, and it fits perfectly with her role as Clark's protector.
The chick that was mean to Caitlin Clark, that's your legacy.
Sophie once again owned Clark's attacker, and this time, she did it in a way that will be remembered long after the season ends.
when you get Sophie Cunningham to sign a JC Sheldon rookie card with property of, that is crazy.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. And here is the said card.
It is what it is. Like, that would all be funny. And I do think this is all in good fun.
Property of Sophie Cunningham.
Property of Sophie Cunningham. JC, the property of Sophie Cunningham message turned Sheldon's identity into a punchline. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more WNBA updates.